What is going on, guys? So today we're back with another Pokemon Masters video, but today a very interesting video just dropped. I haven't watched this yet, so I have no idea what's actually in this video. It was just tweeted out like a couple of minutes ago before I hit record, but we're gonna get into this video. It's called Pokemon Masters News #1, so hopefully we're gonna get some interesting news out of this, maybe some event news, something like that. So let's get into that. And play.
Hello everyone! I'm Kana from the
Sup?
Pokemon Masters fan club. I'm here to tell you all kinds of cool stuff about Pokemon Masters. I hope you enjoy the video.
Okay.
Hey, wait, Pikachu! Where are you going?
Hello everybody, I'm
What's
Yu
up?
Sasaki from DNA, producer of Pokemon Masters. I'm here in the offices of the Pokemon Company.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Sasaki, what is going on today?
Yeah, really.
To everyone out there who's looking forward to the release of Pokemon Masters,
This guy.
we'd like to use this video to deliver the latest information on the game and give you details you won't hear anywhere else. We're calling this video Pokemon Masters News.
So right away, I have to give huge credit where credit is due, because this already feels like a Nintendo Direct, which I feel like is a huge way to deliver information, whether it's news updates, bug fixes, whatever it's going to be. I'm already really digging this format.
Pokemon Masters News! For a Pokemon Masters fan club member, this is a must-watch! Alright, Pikachu, here we go!
Let's begin this edition of Pokemon Masters News.
Alright.
The release of Pokemon Masters is fast approaching. The
Indeed.
adventure takes place on the island of Paseo, home of the Pokemon Masters League, or PML for short.
Yep.
Pokemon trainers come from far and wide to do battle in the PML alongside their Pokemon partners.
Mm-hmm.
In the PML, the duo of a trainer and a Pokemon is called a sync pair.
Okay. So already
You
we're
start
going to have
with
like a little
Pikachu as
review
your
here.
sync pair partner and set out on a journey to enter the PML. Along the way, you'll make friends with many sync pairs like Brock and Onyx and Rosa and Snivy.
That's the one. That's the one you want.
To collect the badges you need to qualify for the PML, you'll have to battle powerful PML leaders such as Erica and Vileplume and Skyla and Swanna. Form amazing teams of sync pairs with your favorite trainers and Pokemon from the past.
Here we go. Something
Mr.
new.
Sasaki, Pokemon Masters is coming out soon, isn't it?
That's right. So now I'd like to tell you about events and other goings-on that will be coming up in Pokemon Masters after its release. Have a look. First, there's the story event called Reach for the Top.
Okay.
A story event? What's that?
In Pokemon Masters, we have the main story in which you go on an adventure to enter the PML, meeting and befriending sync pairs along the way. In
Yep.
addition to that, there are limited time events such as training and story events.
I see. There are all kinds of different events.
That's right. In story events, you go on an adventure with the trainer the event is focused on.
Okay.
The sync pairs you have on your team are decided for you in story events, so you can see what it's like to battle alongside sync pairs who haven't joined you in the main story yet. Not
Okay.
only that, but when you complete the event, you'll earn all kinds of rewards. There will also be special missions available during the event. The story event,
Basic
beginning on
gotcha event
September
kinda stuff.
2nd, will star one of the Kanto region's most prominent veteran trainers, Blue. Join Blue in his special story as you meet and battle other trainers from the Kanto region.
Okay. So based on this slide, go on an adventure with the featured trainer and battle alongside sync pairs who haven't joined you in the main story yet. So that means, from what I understand, is that we will be, or kind of control, Blue, and we will basically get to, you know, make teams or whatever out of these four. Although Misty joined us like first thing in the story, so that kind of like makes that a little weird. Flannery joins us like halfway through the available chapters that we have now, so that's kind of weird. Machamp is the only one that you actually have to scout for, so okay.
Blue. Join Blue in his special story as you meet and battle other trainers from the Kanto region.
Huh. Ooh. Yes! I mean, right there, you can see we're teamed up with not only Blue, but Flannery, and you can see Starmie back there, so you gotta assume Misty's with us. Maybe what they mean is that in the future events with, you know, more characters that they plan to release, we will get to kind of play around with the characters that we don't possibly have yet. I don't know.
Hey, you!
Hey, you!
Come on!
Okay, so that kind of made it seem like Machamp was the antagonist to that story, considering we were fighting against him. And what team exactly did we have right there? It was Pikachu. Okay, so we're gonna be able to play as ourselves. That actually makes a lot of sense. And then we have Flannery. So it's ourselves, Blue, Flannery, and you can see we do have somebody new over there. Then we do have, you know, Machamp and Machop right there. So okay, so we're gonna be able to play as the protagonist itself. Then we have the featured trainers basically, and then possibly like one of the featured trainers is gonna be an antagonist, like maybe. Because like if you look at this graph, you know, we have, you know, these three that we see on our team, and then we have Bruno as the antagonist maybe. Kind of interesting.
Wow, Blue's very own story.
I
That sounds awesome.
I love that face.
I wonder what kind of adventure is in store for us. Oh, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish the whole event in time.
No need to worry. Events will eventually return, so you'll have another chance to finish them later.
Okay,
Once
that's
the
good,
return date is
obviously.
decided, there will be an in-game announcement to let you know.
Good.
All right, that's great.
That's not all. To go with his story event, Blue and Pidgeot will appear in the Sync Pair Scout. The Sync Pair, Blue and Pidgeot, use the powerful Air Cutter move, which attacks all opponents. If Blue uses his Sync move, Pidgeot will become Mega Pidgeot, and the pair can use even more powerful moves.
Wow, Mega Pidgeot is so cool.
So, if you have been avoiding the spoilers, this was one of the spoilers that we talked about in a previous video, so cat's out of the bag now. I'll save some more spoiler discussion for the end of the video, so I'll put up a warning so that if you don't want to be spoiled, obviously you don't have to watch that.
On September 2nd, the story event Reach for the Top will begin.
Wow.
And Blue and Pidgeot
So,
will be featured
pretty
in
much the
Sync Pair
entire month.
Scout. Don't miss it. Next, take a look at this.
Okay, give it to me.
We'll be having a launch celebration in the game.
What is that?
We're going to celebrate the release of Pokémon Masters in a variety of ways. Gems will be given out as launch celebration presents and launch celebration login bonuses.
Launch celebration presents and launch celebration login bonuses. Get enough gems to scout a new sync pair up to 10 times. So that's up to 3,000 crystals or gems. That's great. Launch celebration missions, complete missions to get items. Okay. Which,
Gems are used in the Sync
we've
Pair
already been
Scout
doing that
feature to
at this
find
point.
new sync pairs to add to your team. Collecting all the gems will give you enough to let you scout new sync pairs up to 10 times. Furthermore, in the launch celebration missions, you'll earn items useful for training by clearing the main story and engaging in co-op battles. Take this opportunity to train your favorite sync pairs.
So that last statement kind of sounded more of like, if you hadn't already been playing, like getting those items throughout the story and stuff like that, like anybody that's been playing in the soft release obviously has already been playing some of the game and has already probably been exposed to the story, unless you're just trying to stay away from it for whatever reason. So maybe that last part is just like launch celebrating, like, hey, you can get items from the story. It'll be a thing. but that's just the way it comes off to me. I'm not sure if that's true.
So this is our chance to get new sync pairs and train them up. Oh, I want to play it right now. I just can't wait for the release.
Me too. Besides the ones we've shown you here today, there are many more sync pairs that will appear in Pokémon Masters. At release...
Okay, so the other spoiler that one of the other spoilers that we were talking about in another video was Viola and Surskit. So cat's out of the bag on that one. I won't reveal the other part of that whole debacle until the end of the video, obviously. Norman and Slacking we've already had. Whitney Miltank we've already had. This is actually a guaranteed character that you get in the tutorial for how to summon. That's why I laugh so hard. I don't know why that was so funny that they're trying to feature Whitney and Miltank, but whatever. And then Flint and Infernape, of course, we've had in the game as well. So Viola here is actually the only new trainer that they're featuring, besides Blue, of course, so far.
There will be 65 sync pairs that you can get, including Norman and Slacking, Viola and Surskit, Whitney and Miltank, and Flint and Infernape.
Okay, so there are 63 in the game right now. There's 63 Pokemon in the Pokedex, or 63 trainers in the Pokedex. So this means, by him saying there are 65 available at launch, this means that Blue and Pidgeot and Viola and Surskit are the only new trainers coming at launch. That's fine. 2 new trainers is just fine.
Of course, more sync pairs are on their way.
More sync pairs are on their way. Those are all available in soft launch territory, so nothing new there.
So be on the lookout for them. For players who want an extra challenge, we have some difficult battles coming up.
I like that.
In the meantime, we hope you look forward to enjoying the events we've shown you here today, training your sync pairs, and playing co-op battles with friends. Pokémon Masters is scheduled to be released on August 29th, so please wait just a little bit longer.
Yep. Q&A.
In this part of the video, I'll answer questions that have been sent in by you, our viewers. But since this is our first episode, just consider this an announcement for next time.
Mr. Sasaki, did you say next time? Does that mean we're going to do a second video?
You got it. We're going to do a second video and a third one too.
Whoa! I hope you do these for every update.
Before we do the next episode, you'll be taking questions on the official Pokémon Masters social media accounts, Mr. Sasaki?
Right. Just please go easy on me.
We'll announce on the official Pokémon Masters social media accounts when we're accepting your questions. Don't hesitate to send in all you've got. You can find all sorts of Pokémon Masters news and info on our official social media accounts too, so be sure to give us a follow.
Okay, the only thing that I want to say about that is that I know in the past, and even more recently actually, we've seen the Pokemon Company be extremely rigid. One of the things that I can tell you is, coming from the Pokemon Go side of things, Niantic, I have had interactions with people that have firsthand talked to Niantic representatives. I myself have never talked to these Niantic representatives whatsoever, so don't take this for a fact, but just from what I've heard, Niantic in a lot of situations has their hands tied by the Pokemon Company. They can't just go, all in on an idea that they want to implement into Pokemon Go, because the Pokemon Company has to approve it. They have to, make sure that it's going to be good for their entire audience, all that good stuff. Basically, they're protecting their brand, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm not sure exactly how DNA is in the past. This will be the first game that I've really been into from DNA. I know that they have had other games like Final Fantasy Record Keeper and stuff like that. Hopefully someone out there can enlighten me on how they handle, player-based feedback and stuff like that. But I already know that the Pokemon Company is going to be kind of rigid. So please take advantage of this. If us as a community can like effectively communicate with DNA. DNA is the only people that are really going to be able to convince the Pokemon Company of change that needs to happen. So please take advantage of this. I will definitely try to submit questions. I think it would be an amazing idea to submit tons of questions that we want to know. I personally want to know, and I know they've said no PvP for the foreseeable future, but I personally want to know if not only does DNA want to implement it, but if the Pokemon Company would even consider it for this type of game. Because I think a competitive side of a 3-on-3 system like they currently have with the real-time battling system would be insanely fun. But that's just, you know, me. So anyways, my point is, please try to take advantage of this, whether you're on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. Please take advantage.
Yes, please do. What did you think of the first edition of Pokémon Masters News?
Off to a
With the
good
release
start.
of Pokémon Masters coming up, we've prepared a lot of content for you to play. So, on behalf of the whole development team, I hope you enjoy it.
We've been doing a countdown to the game's release on our official social media accounts, and we're almost at the end. As a member of the Pokémon Masters fan club, I'm so excited to enjoy Pokémon Masters along with all of you. Well then, until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, Kana. Bye, Pikachu. Bye, Afro Man. I can't remember your name. Okay. So, as far as the communication goes, I love it. That's amazing. That's such a great, effective way to communicate to the fan base of events and exciting changes and anything like that that's coming up. DNA, props. That's amazing. Thank you. If you want to kind of stick around for a tiny bit of spoiler discussion, you may do so, but at this point, this is your spoiler warning right here. I'm going to talk about a couple of spoilery kind of things, okay? So you've been warned. So one of the things that they talked about right here, they did a quick review. They talked about Blue and Pidgeot being the featured sync pair here. So there were several things that were data mined that had featured specifically in the name. So if we look over here at the Discord, if we actually take a look, you can see that all of these were the things that were kind of called out in this banner text English LSD, which is just a basically a text file at the end of the day. So it's got Blue Spotlight Scout, which of course is the one that we're talking about just now. We also have Olivia coming up, which means we're going to get a story-based event around Olivia. Then we have Hilbert here, which Hilbert was, you know, found in the files to have Oshawott and all that good stuff. Then we have Lyra Spotlight Scout, which of course was found to have actually Chikorita all the way up to Meganium. I just, you know, found Meganium on GamePress, but they actually had Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium, which is amazing, another evolution line. Then we have the Reach for the Top, which is the one that got announced today, but then we also have this Rock-type training event. We have a Takedown Blaine training event. We have Water-type training event, Takedown Flint. So we have all these new, like, big things coming up, which, I mean, it looks like for the foreseeable future, if this, the one that they have kind of given to us today, if this truly lasts about a month, and we can kind of speculate that each one of them will last a month, then that's actually pretty good. Basically, September 2nd to September 29th, we have this Reach for the Top event. So if we assume that these events are going to last roughly a month, that means that in roughly, what? At the end of September, we should probably see Olivia. I don't know necessarily if their plan would just be to like spotlight all these trainers in a row. Maybe they may switch back and forth between like Blue Spotlight, maybe like Rock-type training, but you can kind of see here that these numbers actually have to correspond to something. So 121.08, all this might that just might be like an indicator for this, you know, type of event, and you can see they increment. So of course that means these all come one after another. This one is different, 12107. So scout new sync pairs. We do have story event, reach for the top, and then we do have. Actually, this one is completely different from even this right here. So I don't know how they're going to do this, but if these are all month at a time, let's say that all of these are going to be a month. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they have roughly a full year worth of events already stacked, unless they do these 2 at a time, which even then it's 6 months worth of events already stacked up. I'd say that's pretty good well in advance on their timing here. That's actually pretty nice. So of course we talked about in another video, we actually talked about the sync pairs and all the things that got released there, all the data mining stuff that happened. Of course today they did announce that Viola, of course, would be coming with Surskit. This just kind of reaffirms that we'll get Surskit and Masquerain because she does have an evolution. Masquerain will be also coming to the game. So 65 sync pairs is very true, but there are plenty more Pokemon than just 65, of course. So that is actually pretty freaking sweet. So it's actually really good to see all that. All in all, I am a-okay with this kind of announcement. I think that it's just perfectly set up. I love the Nintendo Direct style of a direct, you know, just like communicating your information like this. I'm a big fan of. So if they continue to do these, I will be a-okay with that. But that is actually all that I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching. Always remember that the Discord link is down in the description below if you want to join that. But until tomorrow, I will go ahead and play those ending credits for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember that if you like to like videos, you could do that, but if you don't, you could be that guy. Otherwise, let me know what you have to say down in the comments below about the video. I do highly appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to support me in any way, there are several links down in the description for Patreon, joining the community here on YouTube, or even just directly PayPal if that's your thing. I greatly appreciate everyone's name that's on screen, as you guys have showed some sort of support outside of just viewing the videos, and I thank you guys. You don't understand from the bottom of my heart. So until our next video, guys, I will catch you then.